Can an AI tool really help you to make money online? Hello, this is Scott from Civic Edge Lifestyle, and thank you for joining me today for this review on AI Millionaire by Michael J. Chaney. This system, what Michael has created here, believe it or not, the system has gone to the top of Wire Plus very quickly. In one day, he has sold 500 plus um, copies of this. And basically, what it is, this system is basically it's done by AI, and what it does is it helps you create presences online with your social medias. It helps you create responsive email campaigns, and all you have to do is fill out simple um, cues. Like basically in the system, he asks you questions, or I should say there's a form that you gotta fill out, and it works for a bunch of different products, but you can use it for new products all the time. And basically, what you do is you go in and you put new links in. So every time, basically, that you basically you start a new product, you just put a new link in, and it also will walk you through some other little questions based on the product, and you basically go in and key in the stuff, and then it'll give you different things. You can use it for social media. You can use it to create a presence, a profile for your social media, so it'll help you create a decent profile that will bring traffic to you on autopilot. It's perfect for those who seek free traffic sources like social media. And it also provides, uh, just a way to set up your campaigns better. The initial front end product, or the initial front end of it, is $9.95. He does offer a few other little things like sales bumps. We are going to play the video really quick here in a couple of seconds, but I just want to quickly go through. So basically, AI will replace over 400 million jobs by 2030. Are you the next on the chopping block? Of course, we all know that with online work right now, AI is becoming a big thing. We will never be replaced in the online world. I feel that this is a perfect thing to get, especially if you are looking to do things autopilot. Again, the link is, I don't know if I said this yet, but the link is down in the description and the comment section if you guys are interested. Like I said, I will play the video here in a couple of minutes about it. But anyway, so simply put, basically this is how it goes. You hardly work with AI Millionaire model, done for you, 159K business, high quality, personalized content, and free traffic and sales. So basically, it helps bring traffic to you. Like I said, it helps you make email campaigns and things like that. There's a few video testimonials here. As you can see, he says, sorry, as you can see, I've literally left no stone unturned to give you the most powerful money-making system on the planet. And I've seen, like, I've tried this, and it is pretty interesting. Like I said, you can set up many different campaigns with it, key in different links, things like that, and it walks you through. It asks you questions, and all you got to do is fill out the questions. So, for instance, the social media part of it, like if you're making a profile, you can simply go in and it'll ask you like what's your hobbies, things like that, and then it'll tell you, how to word things in your profile to set it up to attract people to your system or to your links and stuff on social media. So it's perfect for those, like I said, who are looking for free traffic and whatnot. And so I'm just going to play the video really quick here, and then we'll close it off. I'll probably close it off a little bit early because it is a longer video, but here we go.
Hey there, my name is Michael Chaney, and in the next 15 minutes, I'm going to drastically change your life for the better. I'm about to show you how you could be free forever from any fear of outliving your retirement savings, losing your nest egg to inflation, or ever struggling with financial uncertainty. I'm going to reveal my exact system that I use to make $249,701 of pure profit, hands-free, by the way, every single month, without running ads, creating a product, fulfilling any services, or ever touching customer service. And it only requires 30 to 60 minutes a day. But before I go on, I want you to stop and take a moment to think about how different life would be without the constant stress of financial worries. Imagine this. You wake up without an alarm clock on a weekday and roll out of bed without needing to be anywhere. You check your bank account. Not only is it growing daily, but it's now a massive pile of cash. It's bigger than any balance you've ever had, because that's my reality. And I want it to be yours too. Here's a little secret, a story that changed my life. If you read all of it, I promise it will change yours too. Seriously, if you take action, this could be the most valuable thing you've ever read. This simple system has netted me over $7 million in personal profit. So read carefully, because this dead simple system can easily replace your day job. In fact, this automatic money machine not only replaces your job, but gives you guaranteed income on autopilot 24/7, 365 days a year for life. Here's how this works. The old way is you work hard. The new way with AI Millionaire, you hardly work. Simply put, this system works hard so you don't have to. And today, you can duplicate this entire $1 million profit producing machine for a measly $10. Keep reading to find out how. Let's take a sneak peek at the technically legal but totally unfair advantages you'll claim as an owner of the exclusive AI Millionaire system. Cash in quickly and easily with 100% AI operated, done for you, $159,314.20 business where you get to keep all of the money for yourself. You'll discover exactly how to do this in the members area. Accelerate right to the money at breakneck speed with this complete AI clone of my millionaire mind, which actually runs this business for you. This AI millionaire knows everything I do and can replicate what I did to make over $7 million online, so you don't have to do any of the hard work. You'll see this in action the moment you get to the download page. Unlock secret activation codes to switch on your very own money-making AI millionaire. You're going to lose your mind when you see how powerful this is and how quickly it makes money for you. Whether you like it or not, this is literally the most advanced, powerful, and marketing-savvy AI ever invented. You'll get your hands on this the moment after you join. Plunge into passive income paradise. Flip the switch on AI Millionaire and watch it as it generates a steady stream of income with zero effort, combining the clone of my millionaire mind and its super fast automation to do all the heavy lifting for you. It's super easy to get your first sales as soon as you get inside. Laugh all the way to the bank with turnkey traffic automation. Experience the incredible cash creating power of the AI Millionaire as it combines my millionaire marketing secrets and simple inputs from you, which it turns into masses of hands-free, money-making traffic from any platform you wish. We show you exactly how, and it only takes seconds to do. As you can see, I've literally left no stone unturned to give you the most powerful money-making system on the planet. I have personally used these exact steps to earn $15,000 to $30,000 paydays on autopilot with free traffic. At this point, you have to be asking why I would be giving away a seven-figure plug-and-play profit-producing machine. I'm glad you asked, and I'd love to share the story of not only why I feel morally compelled to do this, but also how I accidentally stumbled onto what may be the greatest money-making shortcut of all time. You're about to discover one man's $7 million secret, the curious tale of two entrepreneurs. Find out why one of these men made millions while the other lost it all. On a crisp fall morning some 20 years ago, two aspiring entrepreneurs happened to meet each other at a marketing conference. Little did they know this chance meeting would alter the course of both of their lives forever. One of these young men would discover something of incredible value, the master key to creating massive wealth, while the other would end up broke and broken with nothing to show for his hard work. What was the difference? It certainly wasn't their pedigree. Both men were from middle-class families with modest resources, and it wasn't even natural talent. Both men enjoyed a very similar set of talents and skills. In fact, two men could hardly be more alike in opportunity. So how did one of these ambitious young men make millions while the other, with all else being equal, end up broke, busted, and disgusted with his life? I'm sure you're curious, and I'm about to tell you exactly what made the difference. Hint, it's something so obvious that it's staring you right in the face. But first, I want to ask you a simple question. Are you truly happy with your life? If you are, then I want to warn you to stop reading immediately. I'm serious, because what you're about to learn will change your perspective about everything. It will open your eyes to a world of possibilities you cannot begin to imagine. And once you see what's possible for you, it will be impossible to be content with your life as it is. So if you've convinced yourself that your life is as good as it can get already, then what I'm about to reveal is not meant for you. But if you lay awake at night, worried about being replaced by AI, scared about not having enough for retirement, stricken with fear and anxiety about the future, frustrated by our financial failures, and miserable with your life, then you owe it to yourself to read this entire letter, because you deserve to know the reason why you've been shut out of success for so long. You see, what one of those men found that day was the secret to why some people achieve incredible success and other people who are seemingly equally talented and capable waste their lives in the misery of mediocrity, just struggling to get by. If you feel like you're in the second group, even though you have as much or more talent, work harder, and deserve it more than others who you've watched achieve success, and if you've ever wondered if you were missing a piece of the puzzle, if you know in your heart you deserve more success than you've gotten, but you feel deep down like someone has stacked the odds against you, then you need to keep listening to find out why. If we look back on the day of the conference, we would see those two ambitious young men chatting in the hotel lobby, passing the time between the highly anticipated keynote speakers. While waiting, they began to discover their similarities. They quickly realized that they came from nearly identical backgrounds. Neither of these young men possessed any particularly special talent, and neither were born into any particular advantage. Both were of middle-class stock with no connections or advantages to tip the scales in their favor. Quickly recognizing how much alike they were, they struck up a friendship. They talked about their hopes, dreams, and goals, and all of the big plans they had for the future. Almost everyone can relate to the naive optimism of youth, that feeling that you will take on the world and become unstoppable before the harsh reality of the work world grinds your optimism into the dirt. It's easy to be on top of the world at 21, but in your 40s and 50s, that's a different story. But anyway, back to the conference. The men formed a powerful pact with each other. As the speakers took to the stage, the young men stayed glued to their seats, hanging on every word, both determined to discover that nugget of wisdom that would be his breakthrough. They ravenously consumed the inspirational words of speaker after speaker, absorbing every precious detail of the conference. After the final speaker concluded, the two looked at each other, and they both knew that within them now was planted the potential to create incredible wealth. They both felt like a sleeping giant had been awakened within them. If we act on what we learned here this weekend, we can make millions, they agreed together. After slapping each other on the back to celebrate their good fortune and good things to come, they shook hands and made a pact. Let's meet up in 20 years and toast to our massive success. And so it was set, along with both of their fortunes, although neither of them realized it yet. 20 years passed and life went on for both of the young entrepreneurs. Time passed as it has a way of doing, and slowly but surely things began to change. Although neither of the young men had started out with a penny to his name, one of the young men soon found himself in a position to partner in a lucrative deal. The success of the first deal opened the door to another, and then another. As he continued doing what he had done, his hard work compounded his results. Sooner than he had ever dreamed possible, he found himself looking at a bank statement that showed he was, in fact, a millionaire. Obviously, it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows, but he kept doing what worked, stacking his results, watching his wealth compound day after day and year after year. In what felt like an eternity and yet a blink at the same time, the young man found that he wasn't quite so young anymore. He had a beautiful wife and lovely children. They lived in a wonderful home and vacationed in exotic countries. Life was as good as it gets, and the world was his oyster. Sitting in his den one night reflecting, he received a text message from an unknown number. "It's been 20 years next week. Are you still good for that drink?" the text asked. A flood of memories hit the man as he thought back all those years to the conference and how a simple act of friendship could change everything. "You name the place, I'll be there," he replied. And so the meeting was set. As they both arrived, it became clear that the years hadn't been as kind to one as the other. One wore decades of worry on his face, and his gait was nothing like the confident young man at the conference. Ignoring the obvious and excited to catch up, the first man wasted no time in asking, "So how have you been, old friend?" The second man stared bleakly. "It's been a rough patch," he answered. As the waiter came to take their order, the second man glanced nervously at the menu. Sensing his hesitancy, the first man quickly said, "Tonight is on me. We are celebrating life and toasting to our success." A look of relief washed over the face of the second man as he ordered something modest and settled back in his chair. "How have things turned out for you?" he asked the first man. Reluctant to brag, the first man modestly said that he'd been fortunate enough to see his endeavors become quite successful. "As successful as we thought we would be all those years ago?" the second man asked. "Beyond even our wildest dreams," the first man replied with a confident smile. The second man slumped into his chair and looked at him with disbelief. "But how?" he demanded. The first man answered, "It really all started at the conference. That's where I found the key." He then proceeded to explain how he'd stacked success upon success, layering his wins in such a way that he'd built for himself a life of wealth and affluence, but more importantly, freedom. "What key, though? I don't understand," said the second man. "When we left the conference, we had the exact same information, the exact same notes. We had the exact same opportunity. Yet here I am struggling while you have everything. What happened? How did you become so wildly successful while I ended up a miserable failure?" he added, shaking his head. "It was never about the notes, the speakers, the positive affirmations, or any of that other feel-good stuff, my friend," the first man said. "That was never the answer. The truth is, I've attended hundreds of these conferences and spoken at dozens, and the secrets they all promise from the stage are pretty much the same. But there's a force that is infinitely more powerful. It's all around us, hiding in plain sight." The second man was almost screaming with curiosity at this point. "What? What is it? I have to know." The first man looked at him calmly and said, "I could tell you, but you won't hear it, because the secret is a living riddle that almost no one understands." The second man tried to stifle his jealous rage. "For the love of Pete, man, stop with the word puzzles. You're a businessman, not the Buddha. Tell me the secret." The first man shook his head and smiled. "Do you remember how I missed some of the afternoon sessions at the conference, and you thought I was napping in my room?" The second man nodded. "Of course I remember. I can't believe you bonked off and somehow ended up ahead of the game here." "Well, it's true, I did skip some of the talks, but I was getting something way more valuable," replied the first man. "What? Did you lie in your room doing woo-woo affirmations or something?" "No, I was at the bar chatting with one of the speakers. We struck up a friendship, and he was already a millionaire." The second man gasped. "So that's your secret? He gave you the money?" "No, I didn't take any money away from that event, but I did get something which made me millions." The second man was desperate now. "You're killing me. What did you do?" The first man replied, "I cloned a millionaire." "You cloned a millionaire?" he said, shaking his head. "I don't understand." "I told you you wouldn't," said the first man. "The only way to really understand it is to do it yourself," he added. "The secret to my success was copying the marketing intelligence already established in a millionaire's brain. And because AI wasn't around in those days, I just had to write it all down, old school. What all those other guys said in the seminar speeches was just surface level stuff. What I learned from this millionaire at the bar was the real gold that I could just clone and implement. I still don't get it, said the second man, shaking his head. Think of it this way, said the first man. If you clone a millionaire's brain, you can become a millionaire too. So that's what I did. Finally, the light came on in the second man's tired eyes. Fascinated, he leaned forward. Tell me more. Sadly, AI wasn't even invented back then. So the only way I could clone this millionaire's brain was to talk to him and write everything down. I took a ton of notes that weekend, but not from the speeches in the seminar room, from my conversations with this millionaire in the bar. By the end of it, I had cloned his millionaire marketing mind on paper. In case you haven't already guessed, that first entrepreneur was me. And the other guy was a friend I met at the marketing conference all those many years ago. By all accounts, he should have been more successful than me. Even though we started out basically the same, he worked harder than I did. He invested more hours than I did. He made greater sacrifices than I made. And yet he only got a fraction of the results that I've enjoyed, and I only invested a fraction of the effort that he did. What was the difference? It was something called a millionaire clone. Cloning a millionaire is the single most powerful method for building wealth fast.
So I am going to pause it right there. Sorry that it went a little bit longer, but I think you get the idea. Basically, what he has done with this AI system is he's cloned himself into the AI system, and it basically operates off of his way of doing things and everything else. I hope that you guys are interested enough to check this out. It is a very good system, and like I said, the link is down in the description in the comments for you to check out. Thanks for checking out this video, and you guys have a great day. Cheers.